Sausage.
Hello everyone, this is Attack the Backlog, the podcast where I, Mark Kuznez, tries to make a dent in their backlog one game at a time. This episode is all about Slime Rancher, a game about sucking up slimes and spitting them into little prisons so you can force feed them until they shit their figurative pants. Also, you can take that shit and sell it on the plort market. Despite being all about shit, Slime Rancher is anything but shit, even though shit does come out of one's butt, but slimes don't have an ass, not that you asked, though if you put two slimes together, cheek to cheek, if they close their eyes and you open your mind, you might just find a pair of slimes looks an awful lot like a juicy behind from time to time, and that ain't no lie. I played Slime Rancher when it originally launched in early access on Xbox One. I don't often play games while they're in early access because I don't like having to redo this and that when the game officially launches, but that wasn't a concern with Slime Rancher. Despite not having achievements initially and a lot of content, any and all progress made during those early stages would persist, including any unofficial at the time achievements unlocked. Achievements unlocked. They were unachievements until they were achievements. This put me at ease. This made me feel okay playing Slime Rancher in its early stage for a little over 30 hours, making it easily the early access game I've put the most time into, maybe more than all other early access games combined. But I didn't finish the game. I didn't even come close to finishing the game. Slime Rancher, if you don't know, is a simple game with little direction and little to do. You have a ranch and explore a small island in search of slimes so you can suck them up with your vacuum. Also, you can take them back to your ranch, imprison them, feed them until they poop, and then use that poop to either make money on the poop market or craft technology for making your life easier and or your ranch prettier, just like I said at the very top of this here episode. This is the game. Collect slimes, make them poop, the end. You'll also be collecting food while you do this and discovering new areas of the relatively small island along the way, but outside of the core that is collecting slime plorts, the name of slime poop, there's not much else to do outside of playing with all the doo-doo, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I had an absolute blast returning to Slime Rancher, and I think it's a testament to the game that it was as easy as it was to return after being away for so long. It had been almost 5 years since I last played Slime Rancher, and sure, I had a few cobwebs to brush off and spiders to eat in my sleep, but it wasn't long until I was sucking up slimes left and right as if I never stopped sucking at all, and that's when the magic began. What makes Slime Rancher so good at what it's trying to do is that it's filled with so many micro goals, ones the game places upon you and those you place upon yourself. Go explore this new area, collect this new slime, add this plant to your garden, unlock this new piece of tech, and so on. My entire time with Slime Rancher was one giant, one more thing experience that kept me playing at times for hours more than I was planning to. Okay, I'm just going to collect a few more of these slimes, breed them with this other slime, and then build a garden with their favorite food, and then I'll call it a night. This was often the plan, but then I'd see something new during my travels, find a locked door, see a resource one of the NPCs was looking for from the little mission giver machine located on your ranch. There was always one more thing to do that wouldn't take much time, but when you add little thing after little thing after little thing, a minute or two becomes an hour or two. You could say I just didn't have self-control, and I didn't, but I've also played many games about farming and the cozy life, which is what Slime Rancher is, that I know when one is special and one is just another one of those games. Slime Rancher is special. It's on a small scale and NPC interactions are limited to a handful of text conversations, but the cuteness of slimes, the relative simpleness of caring for them, and the bright visuals all come together to make Slime Rancher feel almost like a Tamagotchi expanded into a farming setting where you have multiple pets to take care of instead of just the one. And that's all there really is to the game. Like I said, it's a really simple game with not much to do. There's no great goal or grand purpose to it all. You just do your thing until one day you check your email, see the screen fade to black, watch a few lines of text appear, and then see credits roll wondering how the fuck you got there. When Slime Rancher ends, it just ends. It was maybe telegraphed in the emails you get throughout your playthrough, but honestly, who really cares about the story in a game like this? Not me. But I also understand it's not my way or the highway, and this may be a hurdle for some. Outside of the simple jobs you do for the handful of NPCs and their respective mini ranches with minigames tied to each one, there's nothing pushing you to do anything outside of whatever the fuck you want to do. Slime Rancher is a game about finding your own fun, doing your own thing, moving at your own pace, and just enjoying the simplicity of it all if such simplicity and lack of guidance is your thing. It is very much so my thing. It is so much my thing that I spent hours optimizing my ranch well past the point where any of it mattered. I unlocked most of the tech and decorations, explored all of the island, collected all of the slimes, completed all of my Slimepedia, and had no reason to keep playing, no reason but one. I had yet to unlock all the achievements. These days, I don't care about achievements nearly as much as I once did. I still like them, but I don't go out of my way to get them or 1000 a game unless I really like the game. Control was probably the last game I made a point to complete fully until now. Most of the achievements in Slime Rancher are fine and require either playing the game normally or doing something you otherwise wouldn't do, like spending an extra amount of time near a rad slime, which is a slime that is, struck with radiation. And what, you didn't need an explanation, but there are a few tied to a mode other than the main cozy living adventure mode. The mode in question is rush mode. I didn't think much of these achievements initially, and by that, I mean I assumed they'd be super easy. I assumed this because I assumed rush mode meant something else than what it actually was, what it actually is. I thought the rush in rush mode meant progressing and all that jazz would be easier, requiring fewer resources to unlock this, to achieve that, to do this, that, and blah, 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 but I was wrong. Technically, I wasn't wrong because resource requirements are cut back in rush mode. However, the rush mode actually stands for you and the need to rush through as much of the game as you can in a limited amount of time to see how many coins you can earn within the time limit. You can earn extra time by completing missions, but that's it. This turned what I thought was going to be a nice and easy / breezy final few achievements into a nightmare of, do I even care anymore? Because you know what makes every cozy game infinitely better? A time limit where you can't take even a single fucking second to breathe, because doing so could be the difference between achievement unlocked and achievement nah brah, you fucked. I said fuck it, I'm not doing this, and uninstalled the game for a few hours. Then I re-downloaded it and did the deed, which thankfully only took me 2 tries, but holy shit was it the worst way to play a game like Slime Rancher. I know it's not the main mode, and I know achievements don't matter, and I know some people really like speedrunning games, but I'm not one of them. I hated playing the game like this, but I hated myself even more for caring enough to play the game like this. That said, since rush mode isn't the main mode and achievements are meaningless, my love for Slime Rancher remains intact, because as negative as my time with rush mode was, and the fact that it was my last experience with the game, the only one to blame in this rush mode fiasco is me for deciding to play it. Rush mode aside, my feelings for Slime Rancher are still pretty high. It's incredibly simple at its core, but even so, or because of it, it's easy to keep playing for just a little more. If I were to score it out of 5, I'd give it a 4. Anyway, that will do it for this here episode of Attack the Backlog. Once again, I am Marcus Nez. Y'all can find me on Twitter and pretty much everywhere at PX Sausage. If you'd like to find all my links of in port, or you can say in plort, because the slimes and their poop in the plort, you can go anyway to pixelatedsausage.com/PXS and find them all there. And if you enjoy this here show or any of the stuff I do and what have you can go over to patreon.com/PXS and support me and my nonsense that way. That is again patreon.com/PXS. Anyway, that will do it for this here episode. So once again, thank you for watching or listening. I hope you enjoyed this here episode, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and an absolutely lovely week. Do I say all that? I feel like there's something a little fucked up with the way I ended this. But anyway, for now, adios, arrivederci, bye bye.